Welcome to the guide to how to play Snorlax in Pokemon Unite. We're going to be covering moves, builds, and more, so let's get started. Starting with the first basic ability, Tackle, you're going to see Snorlax dash into the nearest thing to them and then knock everything up. The other basic ability is Rest, where Snorlax is going to fall asleep for 3 seconds and become immune to all crowd control and then heal for about 25% of his max HP. Now for Snorlax's boosted attack, on the third hit, you are going to flop on the ground, deal damage to everything around you, and slow everything that you hit. Snorlax's passive is a weird one, gains twice the healing from the yellow berries that heal you, and moves faster whenever approaching a berry. At level 5, you can opt into Heavy Slam, which sees Snorlax jump into the air and then slam down on a target location, knocking up everything in the circle. At level 5, you could also opt into Flail, which sees Snorlax buff auto attacks and movement speed for a short amount of time. The amount of extra smack that Snorlax gets is related to how much HP is currently missing from Snorlax. At level 7, you can choose to opt into Block. Block creates a giant wall that Snorlax can move, and this wall, whenever an enemy Pokemon comes into contact with it, is going to push them back and stun them for about a second. It allows you to control the battlefield. The other move you could opt into at level 7 is Yawn, where Snorlax is going to yawn, and this projectile is going to put all targets hit to sleep for about 3 seconds. Finally, we have Snorlax's Unite move, Power Nap, where you're going to go to sleep, knock everything up, and start dealing some pulsing area of effect damage wherever you fall asleep. You can recast this ability again in order to roll over and knock everything up again. So now that you know what the moves do, what do you build? For Snorlax, I'm kind of going for an old school build here, but I like Buddy Barrier, Focus Band, and Score Shield. I find that those 3 items give me enough HP to make the shield I get whenever I put up a wall worth it, and it also gives me the HP and defense necessary to just throw my weight around out there. Same with the runes, I'm always going to be trading Special Attack and some movement speed and Critical Strike for all of the defensive stats and health that I could ask for. Now for the battle item, I'm either picking up Slow Smoke or Eject. Basically, Slow Smoke is great because I can get in there, slow everything down, and make it really easy to just control that entire area. Or with Eject button, it gives me a really good way to engage because I can just blink in and immediately put up my wall. And then that wall is going to catch people off guard and I'm going to be able to start pushing them right away. Now with Snorlax, I don't necessarily have favorite moves, but I will explain what situations I choose each move. Pretty much every game I am going into Heavy Slam, I prefer to have the knockup than the movement stim and attack speed damage. Now between Block and Yawn, it really depends on how many Pokemon can reliably get around my wall. If there's a lot of Pokemon with strong movement abilities, so if there's a lot of Lucarios, Serenas, Cinderaces that can kind of just get through my wall, I'm going to be picking Yawn because I'd rather put them in place with Yawn rather than try to displace them and fail with Block. So in general, my rule of thumb is if there's 2 Pokemon that I'm not going to be able to touch with Block, I'm going to go into Yawn instead. The best advice I could give to new Snorlax players is to just play aggressive early game. You do so much damage with Tackle, you can contest enemies, heal yourself with Rest, and you can pretty much secure any wild Pokemon that's below 50% HP just by tackling at it. Get in there, mix it up, and then run away. You can steal farm, and that's going to give your team the advantage. That's it for this quick guide in Pokemon Unite. If you got any value out of this whatsoever, subscribe to this channel because I'm making more Pokemon Unite guides all the time.